Hello, Cindy Kyle here with Cindy Kyle's Coaching. And today I wanted to share some thoughts in regards to freedom. And specifically, let's talk about freedom of worry in regards to your finances. And financial freedom is part of self care, it's one of the dimensions of self care. So I wanted to talk about it, especially with the times we're in and how a lot of us are at home and we're not able to go places and do all the things we wanted we would more we would be doing if we weren't um, at home learning, meaning with our children, working from home, furloughed, um, taking care of loved ones' children because they had to go out and get another job because they were let go or they had a business and it closed, or right now it really isn't a good idea to have it open anymore, so they decide to go get an 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 7 to 3 job, or whatever that may be for you. Or maybe you are going back to school online, whatever that may be. So let's talk about finances. 7 in 10 Americans do not have $1,000 in the bank. And 6 in 10 Americans have less than $500 in the bank. And with the times we're in now, I bet you it's much less than that. So I thought today would be a good day. I know people don't like to talk about money, it's a private thing. But in the whole scheme of things, we need to have a crucial conversation in regards to money. Um, from my experience, I was blessed. I had a corporate America job. I was making good money, but I was a shopaholic. And I always tried to keep up with the Joneses, drove the fancy cars, had the clothes. I had over 1,000 pairs of shoes. I had clothing. I could clothe neighborhoods with the closets and storage unit full of clothing and clothing I had stored at friends' homes, families' homes, and so on. And I was part of I had to have it. It wasn't a need, it was a want. You have to really, if you want to save for, maybe you're saving for a trip, maybe you are living with your parents or living with friends or living with someone, and you always wanted a home, and or you're living in an apartment, or you're just finishing up school and you're going to be graduating soon and you want to get your first apartment, your first condo, your first home, whatever that may be for you, you are going to need some money. Even if you do the no money down loans, like a USDA loan that's for rural America and different parts of the country where it's rural, you can actually put no money down, but you still have to have money for insurance and other things that you may not be aware of. I have been in the real estate industry for over 16 years now, so I can tell you that you do need money, even if you do a VA loan, whatever that type of loan you're going to do, you're going to need some money. And even apartments, they usually want the first month's rent, last month's rent. And if you have a pet, there's a pet fee, a monthly fee in most cases, plus you have a pet deposit. And it just, you have to have money. You also have to have money to eat. You have to have money for clothing. You have to have money for food. And if you're out buying purses and shoes and clothing and cars, you're not saving. And in the times we're in now, you should have at least 90 days of your salary, or if whatever monies you have coming in, so that you're able to make it through these times. And in some cases, we're over a year now that we've been in this time. And so I implore you to think about making a budget for yourself and start budgeting, because in times like these, if, let's say, you lost your job or you got furloughed and they may or may not call you back, or you have a business and you no longer could pay the rent, or you own the building but nobody's buying physically coming in and you had to close. What are you going to do if you don't have any money in your savings account? So if you want freedom to live the way you want to live and to be able to live with no stress, well, less stress and worry, um, and have a roof over your head and food on the table, um, I I implore you to think about creating a budget, and I would create a budget for the next 30 days. Write down every penny you spend, and at the end of 30 days, or even you can do it for 2 weeks, look at that and say, what can I cut so I can begin a savings plan? And if you do have money in the bank, that's great. But do you have a 401k? Do you have a Roth IRA um, for your retirement? And are you showing your children or whoever you have living with you? Maybe it's your grandchildren are living with you, or you have foster children. They look up to you and they watch you and how you do things and what you say and what you do. And so you want to teach them in the right way so they are saving for their future and for their children's future and their future and so on and so on. So that's kind of, that's what I wanted to say in a nutshell. I wanted to talk about finances and really think about, especially now, how you're spending your money. Because it's going to take a while for everything to get back up and going. We've made great strides, but we still have a long way to go. And there's going to be a lot of companies and businesses. You're seeing them close. You're seeing them downsize. You're going to have to think about a different way to make a living, maybe online. Now's the time. If you have a talent or a gift, I've spoken about this before. If you coupon, if you play an instrument, if you do hair, if you do makeup, crafting. I teach decluttering of homes. I teach feng shui. I do the simplified declutter you and self-care. Just different things you can do. Jewelry. Do you make jewelry? Do you do picture frames? Do you do scrapbooking? You can teach people online. Maybe you're good at marketing. Maybe you're good at creating graphics, or you are doing web design. You went to school for web design, or you know how to do it. There are so many people that need you out there. Think about things that you can do to create some money and wealth into your home to help you go through trials and tribulations like these. So with that, I want to say, let's all take a deep breath and breathe in 3 good things and breathe out 3 not so good things. I choose to breathe in love, peace, and joy, and I choose to breathe out overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. Again, breathe in love, peace, and joy, and breathe out overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. If you need anything, I'm here for you. The other thing I want to tell you is Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman. They are well renowned and known. Dave Ramsey has the Total Money Makeover. You can get it online. You can order his book through Amazon. You can go on YouTube. He has his talk show. It's on there. He talks all the time about money. Susie Orman does too. And they say to have at least 6 months and maybe even a year's worth of your salary, which I know is hard for most people to do, especially when 70% of Americans have $1,000 or less in the bank. And I'm sure it's much less than that in most cases because of what we have going on. So with that, I wanted to end. If you need anything or you have any questions in regards to budgeting, I have templates I'd be more than happy to share with you. Just reach out to me or make a comment underneath this video. I'll be more than happy to send you a template I have from Dave Ramsey that I've had for quite a long time. I also have others that are very simple that you can use. I'm more than happy to give them to you. Again, make it a wonderful day. And the other thing I want to just say is the workshop is this coming Monday on the 22nd at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you know anyone who is looking for help in the self-care arena, please feel free to share our group with them. And I'm going to be streaming in several social media platforms. So I hope you can make it live. You're going to get more out of it. You're also going to get some resources that others aren't going to get. And I'm also going to give some gifts to the people that engage and that are here live. And if you can't make it because there's a big time difference, like if you're in Australia, I mentioned this the last couple of days, I have several ladies that live in Australia and in other parts of the country. And in Australia, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't expect you to be on live at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just let me know, message me or put it in the comments that you are not going to be able to make it because of the time change. But in order for you to get the gifts that I'm going to give out during the live sessions, you're going to have to listen every day and you're going to have to make a comment so I know you've engaged in order to get that gift. I'm going to privately send it to you. So with that, make it a great day, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.